Are we live? Listen, I've got to check because this whole year has just been a crazy year of, I can't hear you. You're on mute. No, why are you speaking so loud? Msizi, why aren't you wearing pants? That was just me. Personally, it happens to me all the time, man. Why are you naked in front of... Okay, listen, guys, welcome to it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to join us for this big announcement that we have for you today. My name's Msizi James. For those of you who don't know me, I am paid to talk. And throughout my short time in this entertainment industry, I've been known for different things. So in the beginning, I was known as the guy from Idols, when I was on Idols many years ago. Then I was known as the guy from that random TV show on ETV. Then I joined radio. I was known as the guy from 5FM. But most recently, every time I meet somebody in the last couple of months, it's, oh, you're the guy from the Naked Insurance adverts. And I must tell you, it's an upgrade, you know what I'm saying? I'm always upgrading my life, you know, step up in the right direction. And that's why I'm here. And I think one of the biggest reasons why I'm here, of course, is that I'm a very proud customer of Naked Insurance. And even more so now that I've found out about what's going on and what they're up to lately. I'm excited for you guys to hear more about that. That's why you're here this morning. I thought let's start it off by introducing you guys to the founders of Naked Insurance, Alex and Sumari. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks so much.
Actually, I'm joining you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks
it's
for
your
coming.
thing.
No, we really appreciate it, man. Yeah, and it's a really big day for us. We're really excited. You know, when we started this business, we actually looked forward to this day as an important step for us. It's something that's really central to what we're about, to our mission. But look, we're going to get into all of that. I just wanted to start by deeply thanking Mark Sham, who's over there, and the rest of his team at Suits and Sneakers, get that right, you know, for letting us use this fantastic studio. And look, you know, it's quite likely that we're going to be looking at the wrong camera, you know, stumbling over our words, doing that kind of thing. And it's really because it's nothing to do with the studio. It's because we really want to bring this, you know, live and in person to everybody. We wanted to be able to connect properly with, you know, with the audience today, to the members of the media, to the rest of the Naked Tribe.
Amazing.
Susie, we just wanted to say thank you for being here. I mean, you're a busy guy, and it's really great to have someone who's part of the Naked Tribe to lead us through this process today.
I pretend to be busy most of the time. I just act busy. I'm not really that busy. But like I said, I couldn't be happier to be here and be part of your announcement. I'm so happy to be part of the Naked Tribe. I think before we get started, a couple of housekeeping stuff for you guys. I promise we will keep this under 5 hours. So just below 5 hours, what we're aiming for. That's a joke. It landed horribly. That's fine. We keep moving. Yeah, they're all gone. They're like, switch off, switch off. This is not the state of the nation. And also, please can you, if you've got any questions throughout the whole course of this, please can you send them through either in the chat box or maybe to your media liaison from Naked. Speak to us. We'll get those answered at the end of today. So I promise we won't be longer than half an hour. The 5 hour thing was a joke. We'll be under half an hour. So let's get going. Sumari, I think you've got a video from us, from one of our people.
Yes, we definitely do. So before we get into the announcement of the Naked Difference and what that's all about, we thought it would be really nice to start this morning showing you a little bit about the great work that one of the Naked Different causes are doing in the community.
Let's take a look.
I chose Door of Hope as my Naked Difference cause because I really have such a heart for the work that they do. It's a non-profit organization that takes in abandoned children and abandoned babies specifically via a baby bin in Hillbrow, which is sort of like a door in the wall where mothers can leave their children as opposed to leaving them by the road or in a dumpster or wherever. And then Door of Hope takes them in and they look after them. Hi, I'm Sione and I am a Naked client. I specifically have a heart for causes and organizations like these because my mother told me that I was going to be put up for adoption. And I've just always wondered what my life would have looked like had she not chosen to keep me. And I commend and I have such respect for organizations that take in abandoned children. It really seems like they've taken the children as their own, and they do it effortlessly and with a smile. I mean, yeah, it's really inspiring. I'm not necessarily one to talk about insurance to people. I'm not necessarily one, I don't think anyone really gets passionate about insurance, but as soon as you get to know the heart behind the organization, the heart behind the way they're just revolutionizing things in terms of people over profit, it really makes you fall in love with a company you never thought that you would. So this is really revolutionary, especially for me as a customer, because I'm not constantly fighting with my insurance provider to pay out my claims. They already took what they need. And then whatever is left over is obviously given to these communities, which is such an added bonus, knowing that we're giving back and they are changing people's lives with that.
Wow, and she's an actual customer then?
Yeah, Simone has been one of our customers almost right from the start. And I think, as she said, it is very difficult to get people excited about insurance. It's quite an uphill climb to get them there. But that's what's so amazing about the Naked Difference. Not only does it ensure that you get a different kind of insurance experience, but it also allows our team and our customers to be part of something bigger, something that's actually making a real difference in the world, and we feel very passionate about. For the team and for our clients, it's not just about the money. So as you can see, Simone, for those of you who might know her, she has a very busy schedule, and she actually took time off that schedule to come and promote her chosen naked cause and to show, you know, what they are doing to make this a better place.
That's amazing. That's such a cool testament to who you guys are as a brand, you know, and being part of the tribe. Guys, just another reminder, Q&A happening at the end of this session, so send those questions through. There's a Q&A section right there on your webcast, and we'll try to get those answered for you guys as soon as we're done here. Alex, over to you again. Tell us more about your business model and what makes Naked so different to everyone else.
Yeah, well, it really starts with the question of trust. And if you ask most people whether they trust their insurer, you're not going to get a good answer. I mean, not you, Mcz, because you're a naked
I'm
client.
with a great one. I'm with a great one.
But most people are going to say they have a few issues with their insurer. And actually, if you ask the insurers, they'll say the same thing about their customers. That's really not a good position to be in, right? And so when we started Naked, we knew we needed to tackle this problem and to tackle it at its root. And the root of the problem, as we see it, is that there's a conflict of interest when people claim, right? Every time an insurer figures out a way not to pay a claim, they make more money, right? That's not a good situation. That's sort of a recipe for disaster in terms of a relationship, right? So we knew we needed to properly address that. And that's where that fixed fee model, we take a percentage of the premiums rather than, our profits go up and down depending on the level of claims. So that's a big thing, right? But of course, what happens when claims are a bit lower than normal? Okay, there's that extra money left over, right? And that's the money we give to causes that our customers chose. Like Simone chose Door of Hope. All of our customers get that opportunity, and it's really, and that payment is the Naked Difference. It's what makes us different, that we don't we don't have a reason not to pay claims or to handle claims unfairly, and it's also what allows all of us to make a difference in the world. And when insurance works, it's something, I think when anything really works, there's something magical to it.
Of course.
And we think we've really landed on that when it comes to insurance.
That's amazing. All right, let's get straight to it. Simone. You're about to announce the first set of payments today.
Yeah, no, we're very excited that we can actually announce the first Naked Difference payment, the payment for 2020, to be 250,000, or in the region of that. Okay. That's going to go to the 6 Naked Difference causes. Just to put everyone's mind at ease, these causes were carefully vetted looking at a very strict criteria. Of course, our team and our customers also had a say, because it's important that these causes are meaningful to them as well. And they also each one got a vote, and these votes were tallied, and that's how we decided which cause got what. Now, I just want to say that it's really early days for the Naked Difference. And as our business continue to grow, we definitely foresee that we'll be able to give more and more to causes and communities that our customers care about. And we also are very excited to expand this list from the 6 causes we have at the moment to include more causes and communities, and ramp up that contribution in the communities.
That's amazing. All right, so which causes specifically are you guys giving the money to this time around?
So everyone saw Door of Hope and saw the amazing work that they are doing. The other 5 causes actually do just as amazing work, whether it is actually helping early childhood education or more later formal schooling, whether it is tertiary or in the form of sports. And then the team is also very passionate, and our customers, about pets. And as a result, there's also the whole cause that actually looks at helping abandoned dogs, and then also reforestation. And as I said, as the business grows, these causes and the list will just continue to grow.
Of course, that makes perfect sense. Well, thank you, that's amazing. Alex, now that you've reached this incredible milestone, what is next for Naked?
Our mission is to build insurance that people love. I mean, as Simone was suggesting, that's kind of ambitious.
As weird as that sounds, an insurance company or provider that you love.
I mean, even people in the insurance industry call it a grudge purchase. So look, it is ambitious, right? But that's the mission that we're really on. And speaking to many of our customers, I think we have made quite a few people pretty happy. Saved them a lot of time and hassle, being able to buy insurance very quickly, put them in control of managing their own insurance, claiming, super quickly on the app. And really being able to use the fact that our customers are in control to cut costs and to be able to pass those savings on to our customers in the form of lower premiums. And that's something that's obviously important for all of us to save money. And the Naked Difference is a really important step, in showing how we can actually make insurance better, right? But then going forward, yes, we've got all sorts of really exciting things lined up. We're going to be using technology and artificial intelligence, real insurance, artificial intelligence, to make insurance even more convenient, to be able to expand kind of what we do, make it more flexible and personalized, and of course find even more ways to sustainably reduce the premiums that people pay. But we also want to really just expand the scope of what we're doing. We want to bring more people to this movement and show them how much better it can be. And it's more than just about buying insurance. It's about something that could be magical. Maybe even something to love.
Wow. Well, I think it's going to be hard to improve on what you guys already have, because your product is already so great. I mean, not to mention your app keeps winning best app, so how are you going to make that any better, man? And listen, this is not an advert, but that cover pause, life-saving during lockdown. I won't lie. All right, I think before we wrap up today, I know people have got some questions, so let me open up right now some questions. Let's kick it off. First one to you, Alex. How do you determine how much gets paid, and how often will it get paid?
Yeah, so we do the calculation once a year. And I mean, basically how it works is that all of our customers choose one of those causes. So we take all the customers that chose a given cause, and we put in all the premiums, we take off that fixed fee that I talked about, we buy some reinsurance to protect ourselves and to make sure that if claims are a bit higher, that everything is good, the claims will always be paid. And then after we've paid claims, if there's money left over, that is actually it. That is the money that goes towards the causes.
All right, and for you, Simone, can I ask you a question coming through saying, how did you pick the causes, and can I nominate one?
Yeah, definitely. You can nominate more. As I said, as the business grow, we're hoping to extend the list to be longer than the 6 we have at the moment. And I think one of the important things for us is that we do use quite a rigorous process, as I also mentioned, to actually make sure that these causes are truly doing good. And it's also important that, of course, our customers feel passionate enough to support one of those causes.
So I was just joking around, just actually not joking, being very serious. That Cover Pause has been a lifesaver during lockdown. Tony on the webinar right now wants to know, what is Cover Pause? What is that? What are you talking about?
How can you not know about Cover Pause?
Where have you been, Tony? Just joking. Just joking. So yeah.
No, you can answer. I'm good.
Well, I mean, it's really simple, right? I mean, why do you want to pay the full amount you pay for insurance while your car is sitting in the garage or sitting at the airport or something like that? And a lot of us have been spending a lot of time at home in the last 6 months, right? And it really did come into its own. I mean, originally, actually, Cover Pause was about people who are going to go on holiday, let's say, for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And it was a way to save some premiums during that time. But it's come into its own because people have been sitting at home. Maybe there's an extra car that's not being used, and you can go onto the app. You press the pause button. It takes 5 seconds, and then you get a big saving on your premium for as long as your accident cover is paused.
And sorry.
I just actually wanted to add, I think it's important that while your cover is paused, it doesn't mean that you are coverless.
Yes.
Your car is still covered for everything that could happen to it while it is standing in the garage.
And I'm glad you said that, because I thought it was genuinely, I thought it was created for the lockdown period during COVID. So it's great to hear that even once we're done with COVID, God willing sometime soon, Cover Pause will continue. So if I'm away on holiday for a couple of weeks, I can still do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's amazing. So got another one from Sam Marshall on the webcast saying, does Naked have any measurement impact tool in place with the organizations that benefit?
Such a good point.
I mean, I'm glad you understood it. I don't know what I just read.
Yeah, we got to get on that. Yeah, I mean, a big part of what we stand for as a brand, is social impact. Sure, insurance is our number one thing, right? And that's the game. We're trying to make insurance be as good as it can be. That is our mission. But it's this incredible byproduct that we can have a social impact. And you're 100% right, or Sam's 100% right. We really do need to measure that, and we will.
All right. I think there's one more. Yeah. Rainer and Nadine just messaged here saying, Door of Hope is honored to be a beneficiary. Thank you so much for all the babies and stuff. So that's not a question, just saying thank you to guys and bless you guys for all your help.
No, and Nadine, you guys are doing a wonderful job. I've personally been there a couple of times, and it's just amazing. It's you always feel very uplifted when you see the work that they're doing.
That's incredible. I think that's it. Guys, please can I remind you again, if you've got any questions, if you didn't manage to get them through now, perhaps you think of one later on, feel free to still send it through to your media liaison as far as Naked Insure is concerned, and I promise you somebody will get, if it's not, it might be Rose even. Rose is my favorite person. Every time my insurance comes off, Rose says, thank you, Msizi. I'm going to reply next month and say, only a pleasure, Rose. You're the best. Guys,
we should just be clear that Rose is not a real person. It's a bot.
Dang it.
We get all sorts of people trying to, chat her up and stuff. Yeah, no.
I thought Rose was specifically talking to me. I thought it was just me that Rose spoke to.
Talking specifically
Okay, please, don't burst my bubble. I thought Rose was here for me. Guys, once again, thank you so much for the incredible work that you're doing. I think they said it a bit earlier on. It's very rare that anyone takes liking to their insurance provider at all. So what you guys do is really special, really incredible, and I'm so honored to be part of the Naked Tribe, man. It's incredible.
Oh, thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Once again, send through those questions, and we'll chat to you guys soon. Have a good, what day is it?
Tuesday.
It's lockdown. Have a good one.